There are 4 hormones that you must keep on top of as you age. If you are a 35 plus, 45 plus, 55 plus female, in today's video, I'm going to dive into it and empower you with understanding what are they and how to make sure that you correct those imbalances in your body. Ready? Let's get started. Hey, Julia Talbot here, and together with my husband Paul Talbot, we help you create healthy hormones, healthy body, and the life of your dreams naturally. Before we dive into our video today, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Okay, so if you are a 35 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus female, you know that your body is going through a lot of changes, and the things that you used to get away with are no longer the things that you can anymore, because you are going through a very different stage in your life with tremendous change to your hormones, to your energy levels, to your mood, and many other aspects of your day-to-day living. And one of the mistakes that you definitely want to avoid making is saying, well, you know, we only live once, so I'm just gonna eat what I've always been eating, do what I've always been doing, and expect to see different results. Well, that ain't gonna happen any longer, and this is just a terrible way. And if you think about it, it's the way our society has been conditioned to function. You should always be fine. You should never admit that you have issues in your life. You should never just you should just put them aside and put the blinkers on and no, everything is fine. And unfortunately, this way doesn't serve your body. This way doesn't serve this way of living and thinking doesn't serve your hormones. This way of living and thinking doesn't serve so many other areas of your life. So let's dive into the specific hormones that you need to look after in your body as you age. And before we do, I have a question for you. If you are 35 plus, 45 plus, 55 plus female, have you noticed changes to your body, to your hormones, especially if you're 40 plus female? Have you noticed changes to your body, to your hormones, to your mental state? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the first one is estrogen, and there are two problems that can happen to your estrogen levels. So it can drop too low, in which case you can start getting osteoporosis and experience heart-related problems, so bone problems with too low levels of estrogen, and then it will start affecting your mood. It can create hot flashes that many women experience when they go through menopause. It can cause other issues and challenges to their cycle. So that's when it goes too low. Or if it goes too high, it can create cancers, it can create endometriosis, it can create other hormonal imbalances and cysts in the body. So these are the problems that you want to avoid with your estrogen. And one of the keys that you have to understand when creating healthy levels of estrogen is that you have to maintain healthy levels of your healthy gut bacteria. There's a lot of words healthy in this video, obviously. So you have to maintain healthy levels of your gut bacteria, and you have to make sure that your gut is working properly. So when ladies come to us, we work with a lot of clients with hormonal imbalances, and they come to us with hormonal issues. And when we start talking to them, they understand that they also have gut problems, and they also have deficiencies, and they also have liver challenges and detox challenges. So these are the challenges that you definitely need to understand. And if you have gut-related problems, and perhaps you also have estrogen problems, know that you need to start working on your body holistically. So you definitely need to start looking after your liver health and eating a diet that's going to help you cleanse your liver. So that is going to be a plant foods, whole foods lifestyle with a lot of fruits and raw fruits and vegetables in it, and a low fat plan that helps your body to naturally cleanse and detoxify itself in a more efficient way. So that's the main step, one of the main things that you can change in your lifestyle. And of course also then looking at deficiencies and assessing your health and so forth. Okay, the second one, and this one I've personally had experience with, is your thyroid health. And what happens to a lot of ladies, because we're ever so strong and we want to do everything in life, and we want to raise kids, and we want to build our career, and we want to look after our bodies, and we want to be there for our relationships, and we want to be there for, you know, socially and so many other things. we wear ourselves to the ground. And what happens? You start to wear your adrenal glands, that starts to affect your thyroid condition. Or another thing that can happen is you have an autoimmune disease, which is so common in our world today, autoimmune diseases. So you have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which has not been diagnosed, and that started to trigger thyroid imbalances, in particular hyperthyroidism. And that is how perhaps you got tested, and this is how you discovered it. So if you have hair loss, if you have a lot of fatigue, if you have problems with your libido, if you have brain fog, if you are experiencing problems to your hormones and your weight, your thyroid might be the reason. And so one of the first things that we check with our clients, and also making sure that you haven't got Hashimoto's autoimmune thyroid disease. Now, if you have a thyroid challenge, then you need to understand, is it caused by an autoimmune disease, or is it caused by something else, lifestyle factors in your diet, and you've got hypothyroidism, maybe you've got deficiencies, and perhaps you've got adrenal fatigue once again that needs to be restored, and most people will have some kind of adrenal fatigue in our world that needs to be addressed. So those are the things, and you really need to look after yourself. If you have thyroid imbalances, you have to prioritize yourself. I mean, if you have any imbalances, you have to prioritize yourself. But with thyroid, the level of fatigue and the level of fatigue that our clients experience, and also the level of fatigue I went through when I had big thyroid problems myself, is just such a huge burden in your life that you just cannot ignore it. And that's something that is a blessing. That is a message that a lot of our diseases want to communicate with us, is that you can no longer ignore me. You have to face your challenges. You have to create a plan that works for you. You have to come face to face with the issues in your body, and to stop ignoring yourself, and to start prioritizing yourself, and understanding that actually by building health, you can achieve so many other things in life, and you can become that beautiful, glorious female who goes through hormonal changes and hormonal challenges with much greater ease. Okay, so the third one is going to be cortisol, and you probably know what it is if you have a lot of fatigue. And cortisol levels, so low cortisol levels can cause so many problems, from thyroid imbalances through to adrenal fatigue, through to many other challenges in your body, in your mood and brain and fog, and so many other changes and challenges that you can experience with regards to your health. And unfortunately, what we see with so many women is that they like the idea of dieting. They like the idea of losing a lot of weight in a short space of time by starving themselves. And what happens when you exclude carbohydrates, when you drop your calories too low, is that you put your body under a lot of stress, and your cortisol levels rise. So on top of all the stress that you probably have in your life already, that most of us have in our lives already, you are putting your body under even more stress, and you are restricting your carbohydrates, which is so important for your healthy hormones, and you're restricting your calories, and you want to, lose weight by a certain date, and you do. But what happens is that, as well as losing weight, you've also lost your health along the way. So cortisol levels are so important. And again, looking after your adrenal health and balancing your nutrition, balancing your sleep cycle and your lifestyle, and nutrient deficiencies in your body. So those are all very important areas to help you with maintaining good levels of cortisol. Okay, the fourth one is insulin. And a lot of women, you'll be surprised how many women don't even know that they have insulin issues, will have insulin challenges. And a lot of women who come to us with various hormonal imbalances, with thyroid issues, with weight challenges, will also have insulin challenges. So insulin is a hormone that helps you regulate your blood sugar levels. And obviously, if you've got pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, especially if you have type 2 diabetes, you are at risk of dying from a lot of health complications, including heart attacks, including strokes, including nerve damage. And even Alzheimer's is now linked to pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes and blood sugar related problems. So this one is definitely something that you need to get on top of. And the good news is that with a system that we teach our clients are typically able to balance their pre-diabetes in just days. Many of them have balanced pre-diabetes in just a week or less. and then went to their doctor, and their doctor said, well, what have you done? Your blood sugar levels are perfect. So Susan, for example, not only did she lose excess weight that she was carrying, she came to us very concerned, and she balanced her pre-diabetes, eating all the fruit she cared for, eating all the carbohydrates she cared for. We don't limit your fruit, we don't limit your healthy whole food carbohydrates, and instead we work on balancing your fats, we work on balancing your nutrition in other areas. Or type 2 diabetes, and one of the clients that we worked with, Judy, she came to us with really high blood sugar levels, and she's had type 2 diabetes for a long time, and in a matter of 6 weeks her diabetes levels were totally healthy. So her insulin levels were totally healthy, and her blood sugar went from 160, which is really high, to 90, just over 90, 95, 98, which it hadn't been that way for eons. So it shows you that with the right nutrition, and type 2 diabetes is probably one of the easiest, and insulin resistance and pre-diabetes are probably one of the easiest things to reverse if compared to other hormonal challenges and hormonal imbalances. So if you are wondering what are the specific steps that you can implement to help you balance your hormones as you age and keep yourself in great shape and great mood and keep all of your energy levels high and keep on exercising, keep on thriving, then join us for a free online masterclass where we will go through the 5 steps our clients are using to reverse their hormonal and gut issues, as well as drop 10 to 50 pounds completely naturally. The link for that is rossomhealthy.com/webinar. Go and grab your spot, and you can watch it and then start implementing the strategies right away. So while you're registering for the masterclass, I'm going to link this video to another video where our client Judy will share her story of restoring her type 2 diabetes and losing 30 pounds in 90 days completely naturally, eating all the carbs she cared for. I'll see you there.